obviously we've been getting calls like crazy because of what we've created. Why don't you go into the solution, because I would consider us a mid-sized business. We've got a lot of employees, but it's not like huge. It's not a massive, even a small business, probably even more so a small business with 10 employees. This is still a lot to do on top of what you're already supposed to do for the state of California, right? Talk about the solution that, with you at the helm doing most of the work, we have created. Very inexpensive, very effective, and do it yourself for HR managers that want to save money, but compile all this and do what needs to be done. So when CalOSHA comes to their door, they can say, nope, look, we're responsible, we're diligent, we care about our employees, and we care about you, the state, making you happy.
Yeah, so we put together what we call a do-it-yourself plan, and with that comes not only instructions on legislation, what you need to put in place, but we've also offered a variety of templates within that package. So we give you the workplace violence prevention plan, a template. Now, you would have to take that, and based on your inspections, your assessments, you'd have to modify it to meet your specific needs. But we've gone through legislation to make sure that you're covered. We also have a template.
Hold on, let me stop you for a second. You're right, you do have to modify it, but the templates and documents that we give you the area that you plug it in. You plug in your information, you plug this in. It's all you're doing is taking your knowledge of your organization and putting it where it belongs, and we've already left that space open for you to do that. So it's super user friendly, right?
Yeah, and for an example, part of it is you have to train your employees on how they get access to the plan. So depending on what you do, some people may use a QR code, some people may have it handed out in the break room, but you've got to outline exactly how they get access to it. And there's a couple other documents that they're supposed to have access to as well. In addition to that, we provide you a assessment/inspection form that you can use to go through to go ahead and set yourself up initially before you develop your plan. We also provide you an investigation template. Should you have an incident, how would you investigate it? We've really overbuilt a lot of the stuff we have to make sure that you're way more than just compliant. We've really addressed going above and beyond. And we also give you a template for the violent incident log that you have to maintain. And then we also have been looking at and putting together, part of legislation requires that you evaluate your plan at least annually. So when you're doing that, we give you a guide to go through the certain steps and check them off to make sure that you've done everything you're supposed to do to make sure that your plan is compliant with SB553 and adequately addresses the hazards that your business or your facility may face. On that, when you're doing, let's say you put your plan together, and this is a little bit off topic to what we include, but we've got the stuff here for you to handle this. In our package, if during the year you have an incident or someone recognizes a different hazard, then you need to develop a plan, almost like an addendum to your plan, where you can say, okay, here's how we're going to deal with this. And then in addition to that, you may need to provide training at that point in time. So at the end of the year, you're going to want to make sure you incorporate that into your next year's workplace violence prevention plan as a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, it's, if anything changes, and if new hazards are identified, now you have to go back in, change your plan, and retrain, right?
Yep. And that's part of the requirement, and that's laid out there in legislation.
Yeah. Now, here's what we have already envisioned, and in fact because we've been pre-selling for about a month. So what we have found is, we wanted to just provide a very simple inexpensive downloadable solution to ease the pain, heartache, and stress. But what we have found is many of our clients now have gotten, and by the way, you forgot to say one of the most important things. In the solution, when you download it, it basically gives you all the information in the video so that you truly understand. I mean, we provide the actual text of the law, but then we, in layman's terms, explain this is what the law means, so that the HR manager or security manager, whoever's in charge, fully understands the law rather than just taking our word for it. And I think that's really important, because me as a control freak, I want to know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing before I say, oh, okay, yeah, I'll use your product and fill it out and that'll be good enough. I want to make sure that that's good enough. But what we're finding is after they download it, they go, oh, okay, now I understand it. This I can do, but I don't know the first thing about a physical security audit. Can you guys do that for us? Well, it just so happens we've been doing that for about, I don't know, 58 years, I think it is, since my dad started the company. So yes, we can do that. The active shooter training portion is no problem at all. We do that all the time in 6 countries. But it's important for potential clients to know we're not going to just, you can't just download this thing and then you're thrown to the wolves. If there's a portion of it you don't want to do, or you want to do it all, or you want us to do it all, we can do that, right? And you having your training, you could literally show up at XYZ company and take our documents, fill them out by questioning the HR manager or whoever is necessary. We've already got a PowerPoint template that you would just literally plug that information into. You could put everybody in the training room, give them the training, walk around and do the security assessment with our very cool automated tool that we use that then spits out this really comprehensive report. And then say, okay, now HR manager, everything is done. Here are your record logs. You log everything. That's what you need to do. Or you can call us and we can do it for you, but you're there and it's very easy and save some money. But literally, the point is, anybody that's feeling anxiety from knowing they're going to have to comply with this law, relax. Either download our do-it-yourself solution and do it yourself, or have us come do it. We've got you. This is what we do. Workplace violence training is one of our biggest things that we do, and we're good at all over the country, but especially California. So any other thoughts on this? The program, the law, the nightmares and lost sleep these poor HR people are going to experience?
Yeah, I would say, I think I started to touch on it and then we got sidetracked. Our plan does include the PowerPoint template. It's much like the workplace violence prevention plan. You need to add in a few specifics to your organization, but the PowerPoint is there for you, and it comes with our plan. So that would be the big thing. I think don't be afraid of SB553, but definitely get into it and see what you're capable of and where we can help you.
Yep.
We're more than willing and able to do it.
And one thing I want to mention, I put right there on the screen, you can email SB553@liveactiveshooter.com for more information. May 21st at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are having we're doing a webinar, and it's free, and we're going to basically go over SB553 so that anybody that attends will understand what they have to do, how they have to do it, whether they use us or they could do it themselves. If they want to create all those documents and all that stuff themselves, more power to them. They'll save $1,000, but they'll lose a lot of sleep, and everything that's included. So we will, on May 21st at 11 a.m., email SB553@liveactiveshooter, or go to activeshootersurvivaltraining.com, go to training, go to the SB553 page and get all the information. But we'll get you signed up for that webinar if you want to know more. Tony, listen, I want to appreciate you. You are a superstar in my book. I'm so happy to have you running this program and this project, because there is nobody more knowledgeable than you when it comes to satisfying all of these crazy new requirements put on by the state of California. And for everybody watching and anybody that wants to be involved, we look forward to working with you to relieve the stress that you are going to experience because of this new law. So next time, Tony, thank you so much. And everybody else, I hope we see you soon on May 21st at 11 a.m. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mike.